Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come in and run my mouth and talk about some people. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all a quick story before we get into hot topics. I just came back from Atlanta. When I say I just landed, I just made it to my apartment probably um, 15 minutes ago. Made it into my apartment, washed my hands. You gotta wash your hands when you come home, okay? Wash my hands. Some of y'all don't wash your hands when y'all come home. Wash your hands when y'all come home, especially when you come from the airport. Girl, it'd be a lot going on. Wash my hands, and then I punched it. And I had to go to Starbucks because I haven't had coffee in probably like 2 days. And girl, I started like shaking and stuff. And so I had to go get me some coffee. So I get on the plane. I changed my flight to an earlier flight. I was supposed to get home around 5, but I knew if I made it home at 5, I didn't think about this when I booked. I knew if I made it back home around 5, I probably wouldn't get back to my apartment until like 6:37 because that traffic was gonna be nasty, and I didn't have time for it. So I was like, let me just switch my flight to an earlier flight, an earlier time to avoid traffic. Boom. I have not been to Atlanta in years, probably like 3 years. One of the reasons why I don't like going to Atlanta is one, I just don't have an itch to go. And then two, that airport is some nasty work. I have never went to Atlanta and had a good experience at the airport. I always have to get to the airport at least 2 or 3 hours early. Okay? And so this time I was kind of nervous because I wasn't getting to the airport until probably like an hour and a half before my flight left. It's Friday. So in my head, I'm thinking it's going to be super, super busy. And y'all already know that Atlanta is the busiest airport in the entire world. So my nerves was a little shook. Didn't have a bad experience. I said, oh, girl, I got to tell y'all. Y'all know I got TSA clear. Y'all know I got TSA pre-check and clear. For the girls and boys, non-binary and non-gender conforming, if you don't have TSA pre-check and clear, girl, you are missing out. When I tell y'all, it feel like I hit the jackpot. I already had clear. I didn't have TSA pre-check. Now I got both. When I tell y'all, I be feeling like a rich black woman walking through. Girl, I ain't gotta take my shoe. Now you gotta, if you have a jacket on like this, a coat, you gotta take your coat off. A heavy coat. If it's like a little thin coat, nothing too big that you can keep it on. Girl, you ain't gotta take nothing off. Girl, you just put your stuff on a roller. Girl, and you just pump on through. Girl, don't nobody say nothing to you. Girl, you ain't got to worry about nothing, child. When I tell y'all, I text my best friend. I say, girl, why you ain't told me? Girl, I've been missing out. Now, clear I didn't have TSA pre-check. When I say it's the best thing in the world not to have to worry about taking your belt off, your shoes off. And usually for the most part, when I do go to the airport, I sometimes wear like mules because I can just slide them off and slide them on. But now recently I've been wearing tennis shoes because girl, I ain't got to do all that bending over and tying my shoe and taking my belt off and stuff. So, anyways, I get on the flight. I was a little upset because I had to sit in the back, and I wanted to sit close to the front because I was ready to come. I don't know why I was so ready to come back to Houston. I was so ready to come home, and I did not want to be in the back of the plane because I'm gonna be the last one to deplane. But that was the only seat they had available. So this Asian man, he came, he sat on my row. He sat by the window. I sat on the outside, and then this black girl came. She looked like she was around 30. She sat in the middle row. Hey, how you doing? Hey, girl, how you doing? We spoke. Okay. And that was it. I got my AirPods in because I'm trying to catch up on my TV shows. I haven't watched Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So I started watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I hear somebody coughing. I said, okay. You can't cough nowadays. I heard somebody coughing. I heard somebody coughing again. I heard somebody coughing again. I said, okay, hold on, what's going on? Because I can hear you through my AirPods. So that means you real, real close and you real, real loud. I figured out it was a man, it was an Asian man on my row. So I'm looking at the black girl beside me. She ain't got no mask on. I have a mask on. Okay. Now I'm not gonna lie, at one point I stopped wearing masks. Okay. But now it's something going on in the world again. It's something floating through the air, and I don't want no parts of it. Okay, so especially when I go to the airport. Now I didn't have no mask on when I went to New Orleans. I'm not gonna lie, but when I go to the airport, when I'm on a plane, I'm definitely wearing a mask. So I had my mask on, girl. So I'm looking at her, and she looking at him. She getting. I could tell she's getting upset. Now I was about to be a bitch and not give her one. I'm not gonna do my sister like that. I'm not gonna do my sister like that. Girl, you knew you should have had a mask. Now you sitting beside this man and he is coughing and yakking and hacking and girl just all up beside you. So I opened up my backpack. I had my backpack with me. I opened up my backpack and I had an extra mask. And then I closed my backpack. I said I'm not giving her nothing. Because y'all need to start wearing your mask. I said I'm not giving her nothing. So I closed my backpack back. And then I felt bad. Y'all know I got a little heart. Y'all know I'm a bitch sometimes, but I'm a bitch with a heart. You know what I'm saying? So then I started feeling bad. I was like, I don't want this girl to get sick. You know what I'm saying? So I opened up my backpack again. And I reached in, and then I did like this. And then she looked down, and she said, oh my God. I said, you're welcome, girl. Girl, get this mask, girl. Next time you need to bring one. Hello? So anyways, girl, the moral of the story is, girl, it's something going on in this world. Girl, y'all already know. When y'all go to the airport, girl, I can't tell y'all what to do, y'all grown. When y'all go to the airport, wear y'all mask. Girl, wear y'all mask, okay? Wear y'all mask. My nose already stuffy. Girl, wear your mask. Oh, who is this? This thing right here so fine. I ain't gonna tell you who it is. I subscribed to his OnlyFans page, and I was so disappointed and upset. I almost wanted to make a video. I wanted to start a YouTube page one time critiquing OnlyFans because some of the girls are scammers. He was a scammer. I'm not gonna tell you who it is though. He found boots. All right, y'all. Let's get into this mess. Kelly Rowland. Calandria said y'all gonna find out today. So this is according to the Neighborhood Talk. Kelly Rowland allegedly walked off of the Today Show due to her dressing room being too small after she already agreed to guest host. Room she wanted was reportedly occupied by Jennifer Lopez. So neighbors get into this. It looks like Calandria, okay, is not with the foolery on her current press run for her new movie. According to Page 6, Kelly was scheduled to guest host the Today Show with Hoda. I can't pronounce that lady's last name, but backed out at the last minute because her dressing room was reportedly too small. On Thursday, Kelly appeared as a guest on the Today Show to discuss her movie during the 8 a.m. slot. Who is this? Then at 10 a.m., she was reportedly supposed to join Hoda as a guest host for the next hour. A source close to the Today Show claimed that Kelly and her team were so dissatisfied with the room that they dipped out before the 10 a.m. show ever started. Kelly and her team were not happy. They did not like the dressing room, so they decided to pull her off of the show, leaving Hoda without a guest host for the 10 a.m. hour. Prior to her leaving, they were inquiring about other rooms in the studio, but the main green room was already occupied by Jennifer Lopez, who was also at the show to promote her new album. Once they realized there were no rooms left, Kelly politely exited stage left, leaving the Today Show producers puzzled. She's beloved at Today. She was getting the full hour, and Hoda's the biggest hype woman on the planet. It made no sense, a source says. Taraji set the tone for women to demand more. I know that's right. Let me shut up. And this is what I put in the comment section. Y'all already know, girl, I be in the comment section. I was floating around today on the blog. Some of the people was trying to give Kelly the business. Kelly's a little male identified, but that's another story for a whole nother day. But this is what I had to say. I don't blame her. Hello? I don't blame her. Y'all see how they did The Color Purple? They had them ladies and men over there sitting in trailers, sitting Indian style, girl, eating ham sandwiches and old fruit. Now I don't know the menu, but I'm sure it was trash. She said, I ain't no Taraji. All BS aside, Kelly is not problematic, and this is the first story we've heard of her. So they had to have had her in a broom closet. for her to throw them the middle finger and walk. Kelly don't cause no chaos and confusion. And if she does, they keep it under wraps. But honestly speaking, we never hear of Kelly causing any type of chaos. Y'all better start letting these people know what you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept. I really do believe whatever they probably had Kelly was, girl, a broom closet. And Kelly said, absolutely not. Girl, I'm a part of one of the highest selling groups of all time. You will not disrespect me. Because if I was one of these white ladies walking through this building, girl, y'all probably had me in the president's office. Hello? Bitch, let me tell you something. I'm somebody, but I ain't nobody. But I act like I'm somebody. Girl, I don't let people treat me like that either. Girl, I told you, this is one of the small stories. Long story short, I had went to Vegas one time. I stayed at the Vadera Hotel. I walked in. I know there are some people out there who don't like to be put on high floors, right? There's some people who like to be on low level floor. Not me. The man telling me that he gonna have to put me on the 6th floor. No, you not. No, you not. But if I was gonna stay on the 6th floor, I could have stayed home. And all of a sudden, girl, a room on a 50-something floor popped up. I know it did. Okay? I know it did. Girl, so all I'm saying is, girl, you gotta tell people what you gonna accept and what you not gonna accept, okay? And if they can't get it done, then I need to speak to somebody's manager. And they can't get it done, bitch, I need to speak to his manager. And if he can't get it done, refund me my money, because it's 1,000 hotels here that will gladly. There are. I'm sorry, I just got a child. Sorry, what is it called? An Amber Alert. Girl, there are 1,000 hotels in Vegas that'll take my money and give me what I want. Hello? I don't blame her. Hoda can be the biggest fan she want to. Tell Hoda I said, hey girl, maybe it'll work out next time. Tell your people to start treating me right. If I tell y'all, if I'm coming to the Today Show and this is what I want, and then you say, okay, girl, we can do that, and then I pull up and what you agreed to ain't what we said that you was gonna give me, then girl, I'm leaving. Because if you couldn't give me what I wanted, you should have told me. Set the expectation before I walk in the building. Okay? And don't surprise me when I get in the building, because I'm going to gag everybody up in here. And I'm going to get my purse, I'm going to get my car keys, and I'm going to pump it out the door. And everybody going to be standing around with their mouths wide open, talking about what just happened. Oh, girl, he left. Girl, he left. He left. Because if you know you couldn't give me what I was asking for, you should have told me. Don't have me walk in this building thinking I'm going to get what I asked for, and then, girl, you think you're going to surprise me. Because the joke is going to be on y'all. Okay? I'm letting the people know already. Okay? When I become a big YouTuber, and y'all start having me down to the set, y'all better respect me, because I'm going to respect y'all. But if y'all have me coming through the door, thinking y'all going to put me in the back with the rats and roaches, girl, y'all got me sadly mistaken. Me nor my coat, girl, are going to be with nobody's rats and roaches. Girl, I can stay at home and sit on my couch and do what I do best. Talk to my people, and we're going to kiki and giggle and have a good time. Okay? Because I don't need this. Yeah. Oh! Okay? Anyways. Shout out to Kelly. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. She ain't no diva. You know what? I want to talk about Christian Keys for a second. So it was brought to my attention that Christian Keys has now launched his new skincare line. It's called Black Don't Crack. And I went to his Instagram page, and he said that this was something that he has been working on for the last 4 years. I am of the belief that when people come forward with claims of SA, you believe them. Unless I just think you lying. Christian Keys came down to the internet and he shook the table. And he had us playing a game of Guess Who. Right? And he told us these stories of how people in Hollywood tried to take advantage of him and put him in compromising positions. His words, not mine. They wanted him to bend over and grab his legs, grab his bend over and grab his ankles. That's what he said. And he said he's not bending over and grabbing his ankles. And he said somebody came to his house and knocked on the door and offered him $100,000 to see him naked. Now that, now that I would have had to think about. Okay. Now that one I would have had to think about. Okay. You said you want to do what? You said you want to. You said you gonna give me 100,000 to see me naked. How long you said? You said like, okay, no videos, no cameras. You just want to watch me. Okay. No, but for real, girl. So he came out and he told us that he mentioned a woman being violated him, grabbing his. I think I can't remember the story, but I remember him saying something about either a woman grabbed him or said some inappropriate things to him while he was at work, I believe. And then he also told us about two billionaires. And I don't claim to be the smartest person in the world. I think I got a little bit of sense. You know what I'm saying? And if you tell me that the people that caused harm to you are two black billionaires, girl, ain't that many black billionaires in the world, baby. Okay? So girl, we can start doing the math, okay? We can start doing some subtraction, okay? When you start to talk about the ones in Hollywood, it ain't a lot, okay? So, like a lot of people, we started doing the math. And we started coming up with names of who it could be. And Christian Keys will get his ass down to the internet, basically playing this game of you're getting closer, in my opinion. You're getting closer. Oh no, I didn't say that that wasn't that person. I thought it was a little unfair because if you're going to come out with accusations or allegations of someone being inappropriate with you, I don't think that it's right for you to now leave us because we didn't ask you to come down to the internet. I don't think it's right that now it's almost like a game of guess who. And you have the people who know about this situation attaching something to someone who could have possibly had nothing to do with the situation. Right? And I'm just going to go ahead and say it. One of the names that I saw a lot floating around online was Tyler Perry. And I know he saw the names floating around too. Let me lock my doors. But he never once came down and said, no, That's not who it is. That's not true. And then I look up. He also said that he waited until the statute of limitations ran out so people wouldn't think that him coming forward about what happened to him was about the money. And I remember saying, I'm so sick and tired of y'all caring about what people say about you, about them thinking it's about the money. It's okay to say, yeah, it is about the money because this person, because in my opinion, whenever someone goes through something like Cassie, or even not even that traumatic, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what people go through. You don't know what victims of SA go through. You don't know if they couldn't sleep at night and had to go through thousands of sessions of therapy. You don't know if they had to be hospitalized. Like, you just don't know. So for when people try to act like, oh, it's just about the money, yeah. You don't know if this person was going through it so much that they lost their job, got behind on their bills, lost their house. Like, you just don't know what goes on with people when they are put in these situations. So when people try to say it's about the money, you damn sure right it's about the money. You damn sure right. Because of him, I lost my job because I couldn't even concentrate at work, right? I didn't have good relationships with men or women because I felt like everybody was going to be out to get me. I had to go to therapy, on top of therapy, on top of therapy, on top of therapy. I'm on medication. So you just never know, right? So my whole thing was, girl, if it's about the money, just say it's about the money. Just say, you know what? I know what I'm going up against, and I know what happened to me, and I know that once this information comes out, financially, I'm going to be in the hole. So therefore, you need to pay me for my pain. Period. Full stop. I've had to go to therapy about this, all types of stuff. So I was just a little perplexed when I found out that all of a sudden Mr. Keys done finally got his skincare line off the line, girl, at the office. Now I'm not saying, but I'm saying, but I'm not saying, but I'm saying, but I'm not saying. The timeline just ain't adding up to me. No, it is adding up, and I'm trying to figure out how do we go from you worrying about your finances because he came out and said that he had to be concerned about his livelihood because I guess he was going up against who he was going up against. I'm trying to figure out how you got to the point where you was worried about your livelihood. You done came out and said that whoever was trying to touch on you, bend you over, make you bend over and grab your ankle, see you naked, and then we look up and you talking about your skincare line finally was launched. Now, bitch, I'm not no mathematician, okay? I actually suck in math. I can count money though, so bitch, don't ever try to get over. But when it comes to numbers and math, I ain't too good. But bitch, one thing I do know is 1 + 1 = 2. Okay, I said 2. See, I just told you I wasn't good at math. 1 + 1 = 2. Okay. And what just happened to me? Christian is giving me a old 1997 stunt queen. I'm not saying that I don't believe that those things didn't happen because I do believe those things happened. But I believe the goal of Christian Keys was also to get money. And instead of him just coming out and saying that, he was nervous to say it. And now you got your skincare line. Girl. And we ain't heard Christian come out and say shit about nothing. I don't want to come across as an asshole. And I know some of y'all are going to be upset. I already know. Because you shouldn't tell victims of SA how to basically deal with the trauma of being assaulted. And you're right. But I also believe it's case by case scenario, and this is one of those scenarios where, girl, we have every right to question and side eye Miss Christian. I'm sorry. Christian, who told you to bend over, girl, and touch your toes? Who told you? Who knocked on your door and told you to take your clothes off for $100,000? And you was a fool who didn't. Okay, because I would have took my clothes off. Who? Who was it? And how did you finally get your skincare line off of the ground? I'm not letting y'all play in my face no more in 2024 for the rest of my life. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to do it. Christian ain't saying shit. Christian done brought your ass down to the internet, got everybody worked up, had everybody throwing out, girl, a few people names, and one of them at the top was Tyler Perry. And you ain't saying shit about nothing. I'm not saying that everybody should move like Cassie. That's not what I'm saying. I know every situation is different, especially when you're dealing with powerful people. But at least with Cassie didn't come out playing no peekaboo game or a guess who game. Cassie ain't came out and said shit, actually, from what I remember. Girl, we just found out once the documents were released. Cass had all her ducks in a row. Okay? Then she got her money, no tea, no shade. She got $100 million. I don't know how much it was. And girl, she went over to Paris Fashion Week, and her and Alex been living their best life. Okay? Period. I said, girl, they living good off Puffy's money. I said, I know that's right, baby. Girl, I ain't never seen Cassie or Alex at Paris Fashion Week until last week. Yes. I know that's right, bitch. Okay? Anyways, that's all I really had to say. I ain't trying to start no shit down on YouTube, but y'all told me my name was Rodney the Voice. Well, I told y'all my name was Rodney the Voice. And then y'all told me that if I'm going to call myself the Voice, I need to be honest and say my truthful opinion and not be so scared. And so that's what we doing. I need a cocktail. I ain't had no cocktail. Well, I had a whole bottle. Girl, when I say I had a whole bottle of wine the other day, I have not drunk wine in a long time. But I didn't have no alcohol. I didn't have no liquor. And it was a CVS right across, well, kind of like, it was walking, I walked to it. It was walking distance. Like a 5-minute walking distance from my hotel. Because I stayed at, I guess it don't matter because I'm not there no more. Y'all know the Hampton Inn? It's 2 of them in Buckhead. It's the one right there by that LA Fitness and at Marshall's. That's the one I stayed at. That was my second time staying there. It's a decent hotel, girl. It was cheap. Girl, I was on a budget. And I didn't have a whole bunch of money to spend on a hotel. And I was like, okay, this is a cute little room. It got a microwave, a refrigerator. I stayed there before. And plus, I really wasn't going. Usually, I stay in Midtown because when I usually go to Atlanta in the past, I'd be going to party, and that's why all the bars. Well, I ain't gonna say all the bars, but that's where a lot of the bars are, in like the neighborhood. So I usually stay Midtown, but I wasn't going down to the party this time, so I just stayed in Buckhead, and plus it was cheaper too. That was like the cheapest hotel I could find that was up to my standards. I really wanted to stay at the W, but girl, I had no money for no W. So, anyways, I stayed there. One of the main reasons I stayed there because it used to be a Kroger right there in the parking lot. Girl, and I was like, okay, girl, I'm gonna get there, go to the Kroger, get me some water, all the stuff I need, give me a couple of snacks, get me a couple of things of fruit. So if I get hungry at night, I can have something to nibble on. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gotta worry about spending a whole bunch of money on like DoorDash and Uber and all that stuff. I'm right beside a Kroger. I got a microwave and a refrigerator. We gonna be good. Go out to eat a couple of times. Go out to eat. I was gonna go to OLG and give me some of them. What are they called? The thing's so good, girl. Oh, what are they called? Oh, them deviled eggs, but I didn't make it. But girl, the Kroger is tore down. They told the Kroger. I think they're building like a mid rise. I was so up when I said I was so upset because that was one of the main reasons I chose. That was one of the reasons. One, because of price. Two, because of location. Three, because it was a decent hotel. Four, because it was a Kroger right beside it. Right. And once I factored in all those, I was like, okay, this will do. But they ain't have no Kroger. And then I didn't bring my alcohol. And then it wasn't a liquor store around. Well, it wasn't a liquor store. I like to be walking distance. That's why I should have just stayed Midtown. Because Midtown, they got a Publix, they got the liquor store, they got the clubs. But I wasn't going down to the party anyways. I was trying to go down there and handle some business. Hello? And be seen. Hello? Anyways. So yeah, I'm back. I'm back in H Town. What we get now? All right, y'all. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good day. Bye, y'all.